Okay, so something huge just happened in India's banking world. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar deal that's not just big, it's completely record-shattering. This could literally redefine foreign investment in the country's entire financial sector.
All right, let's just put the big number out there right away. $3 billion. That's how much a financial giant from the Middle East is pumping into one of India's major private banks. And a number like that, well, that's not just an investment. It's a massive statement.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about the money. This deal is historic. I mean, it shattered not one, not two, but 4 different records all at once. It's the biggest foreign direct investment ever in Indian finance, the largest equity fundraise for the banking sector, the biggest deal of its kind for a listed company, and it's the very first time a foreign bank has bought a majority stake in a profitable Indian bank. Look, any one of those would be huge news, but all 4 in a single deal? That's completely unheard of.
So, who are the big players behind this massive deal? Well, at the heart of it all, you've got 2 banks, a financial powerhouse from the Middle East and a really well-known established name in India.
The difference in scale here is just staggering. On one side, you've got Emirates NBD, we'll just call them ENBD. This is a banking titan backed by the Dubai government with assets pushing almost $300 billion. And on the other side, RBL Bank. Now, they're a major player in India, no doubt, with a great network, but their assets are around $17.5 billion. So you see, this isn't just a simple purchase. This is a global giant seeing incredible potential locked inside a powerful local network. Okay, so you might be wondering, how exactly does a $3 billion deal like this even happen? Let's break down the nuts and bolts, because it's a little more complicated than just writing a big check. So the key here is something called a preferential issue. Now, don't worry about the jargon. All it really means is that RBL Bank is creating a bunch of brand new shares, but instead of selling them on the open market, they're offering them directly to one specific investor, Emirates NBD. It's like a direct pipeline for ENBD to pump all that cash into the bank, and in exchange, they get a controlling stake.
The whole thing really happens in 3 main steps. First, you've got the main event, that $3 billion investment, which gets ENBD up to a 60% stake in RBL. Then step 2, because of regulations, ENBD has to make what's called an open offer. This basically gives all the existing public shareholders a chance to sell their shares too, if they want. And finally, the third step is to tidy things up. ENBD will merge its own, much smaller Indian branch network right into RBL Bank, creating one big, unified, and much more powerful operation.
This all leads to the million-dollar question, or I guess the $3 billion question. Why? Why is ENBD pouring so much money into this? And why is RBL Bank welcoming a new majority owner? Let's get into the strategy.
This really is one of those deals where it's a huge win for both sides. Think about it from ENBD's perspective. They get an instant massive foothold in one of the fastest growing economies on the planet. And for RBL Bank, they get a gigantic injection of capital. This makes their finances super strong, it boosts their Tier 1 capital ratio, and it gives them a really stable, long-term anchor shareholder to back their growth for years to come. It's a textbook win-win. And you don't have to take my word for it. The group CEO of Emirates NBD, Shane Nelson, said it himself. This quote makes it crystal clear. This isn't just about buying a bank. It's a massive bet on the future of the entire Indian economy. But if we zoom out a bit, this deal is about so much more than just banking. It sends a really powerful signal on the world stage. It tightens the economic partnership between India and the UAE, and it fits perfectly into that bigger picture strategy of the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor, putting finance right at the center of these emerging trade routes. So let's bring it back home. What does all of this actually mean for India? What are the ripple effects of a deal this big going to be? All right, we can really boil down the impact into 4 key takeaways. First, and most obviously, RBL Bank is now basically supercharged with capital to grow and expand. Second, this is a huge vote of confidence. A deal of this size tells the world that global investors have incredible faith in India's banking system. Third, a stronger, better-funded RBL means more competition, and that is almost always a great thing for customers. And finally, this deal could be the blueprint, right? It could open the floodgates for a lot more major foreign investment down the line. And that really leaves us with this big, forward-looking question. A deal like this isn't just a transaction, it's a signal flare. With a $3 billion investment breaking all these records, has the game completely changed? Is India's banking sector now one of the hottest targets for global finance? We'll have to wait and see, but one thing's for sure, the world is definitely watching now.